Hi, this is James from Raven Audio, and today is a really big day for Raven Audio because we are introducing the Reflection Mark III. This is an integrated amplifier that is in our Elite series, and it is an absolutely beautiful and stunning looking amplifier as well as sounding amplifier. It's completely made out of aluminum that is CNC'd into 27 individual pieces. I'm not going to go through all of the specifications on the amplifier. You can go to the website and check that out, but I want to tell you a few things. First of all, we rate it at 60 watts per channel. It weighs about 65 pounds, and the reason it weighs 65 pounds is the power transformer in it is massive, extremely high current. Because of that, you'll find that this amplifier will drive difficult to drive speakers or easy to drive speakers, is loud and with authority and resolution more so than other tube amplifiers that are 2, 3, 4 times more powerful than this amplifier, or at least they're rated that way. It is 100% point-to-point wired by hand in the United States by extremely experienced audio engineers. We now use a relay-based input selector, and we have 2 sets of RCA inputs and 2 sets of XLR inputs. Both the XLR and the RCA single-ended inputs are transformer coupled for greater resolution and transparency. There is a dedicated power supply with its own toroidal transformer specifically to power things such as the remote control circuitry and the input selector, and that is completely separated within the amplifier from anything that is related to audio. And we did this because it prevents any DC contamination from getting into the signal path. A combination of different high quality resistors and capacitors are used throughout the amp. I can tell you that we use the Raven capacitors in this amp in critical places, and the Raven capacitors were designed by Raven, and they were designed to be optimal for tube amps. On the back of the amplifier, you'll notice that there is a 80 Hertz high pass crossover switch. And what that does is it takes the frequencies below 80 Hertz and it gently curves them down so that this amplifier does not have to reproduce low bass notes, and there's no reason for it to if you're using a subwoofer. Now, it has no problem doing that without a subwoofer, but let's say that you're using it with a little bit smaller speakers and you have a subwoofer system. There's no reason for those speakers to be having the cones have the excursion that they would to reproduce low bass notes, and you'll find that it cleans up the mid-range by having it not do that. We have that on the Avian series amplifiers, and now we've added it to the Reflection Mark III. The output transformers are another key component in the Reflection. They are heavier duty than the ones that we previously used, and they are more linear, so they stay flat into a lower frequency range, and they are a very important aspect of why the amp sounds the way it does. They're not the sole determinant of that. It's much like a cake or a gumbo or some wonderful food recipe. It's a culmination of all the ingredients that creates the sound that it has. And the sound of this amplifier is second to none. The Reflection Mark III is built to order. We've sold several already this week to customers of Raven that were aware that we were working on this amplifier. It's now available to the public, so give me a call if you have an interest in this amplifier, or if you just have some questions, you're curious about it, feel free to give me a call. I love talking about it. Go to the website, ravenaudio.com, and read more about the amplifier. If you'll look behind me, you'll notice that everything behind me is made by Raven. Our different speakers, our Corvus reference monitors, which are some of the best speakers in the entire industry. They're used in recording studios by multi-Grammy winning recording engineers. It's really, really special. And so if you have any interest in it, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you.